done shot this intro like 2 to 3 times just trying to be myself, and I don't even really know who myself is. As a matter of fact, that's the whole point of this video. 2020, I am taking this self journey so seriously. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is answering one question per day about myself. I'm going on Pinterest, Google, anything that could provide random questions that I wouldn't even think to ask myself or even think about myself. And I'm writing it down in my little bitty journal, and I'm answering these questions so that way I could better figure out who Eudice is. I can't tell you who I am if I don't know who I am. And I feel like over the years I've been changing and growing and going through so much that I haven't been able to really just sit down and figure out me. So 2020, I'm definitely on this self-discovery, and I pulled myself aside because I also told myself that 2019, I just didn't allow myself to have a moment. Like, I was dealing with James, I was dealing with friends, I was dealing with family, I was dealing with work. I was giving me to everybody but me. So, see, I'm in my little empty living room with the lights dimmed down low and having a little bit of me time, just me and the camera. I had my me time without the camera when I was, of course, asking myself these questions and answering them and thinking about them and making sure that I feel like I'm putting down the accurate answer about myself. So I had my little me time, but I thought that it would be a dope idea to like go through this self-discovery on camera. So today is day 1, January 6th. And basically, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing. So the question that I came across today was, how do I respond when I do not get my way? Pinterest just cut to the chase with that shit. I definitely really had to think about this question because I don't really feel like I even realized how I really responded when I don't get my way. Like, to me, I don't think like when you hear like, oh yeah, this person not getting their way, you think of a child throwing a tantrum. At least I do. I don't know about you guys, but that's the first thing that I think. Y'all like my new hair? This is my new hair for the new year. It's probably gonna last me about like 2 to 3 weeks before I get tired of looking at it. But boom, check the braids. Can't even tell I got locks. But anyways, yeah. I had to really think about what I do when I don't get my way. And it's crazy because during our trip to Atlanta, throw a little story time up in here, because I actually touched base on this sort of in Atlanta briefly. But little story time. Switching the record over here. So there's this place called Boogaloo, right? And it's this bar with swings. And from the time that I saw it promoted on Facebook, I was like, yo, me and my friends, we gotta go there. We gotta turn up. We gotta get lit. We gotta have fun. We gotta, do some crazy shit where we get drunk and, break an elbow on a swing. Like, we gotta. Like, we just gotta do it. Like, I want to go. So we get to ATL, of course, and one of the nights I was like, hey, let's go to the Boogaloo. So we probably left the house like around 10 o'clock, 10:30, give or take. Probably around that time. And up here in Rhode Island and in Boston, that's like normal time that you leave the house to go anywhere, even if it's a bar. So we get the lift there, and first problem, my homegirl did not have her ID, but luckily the security guard was like, if you got a picture of the ID on your phone, we'll let you in. So, by the grace of God, she had her ID picture on her phone. She showed it to him, me, her, and my boy was able to get in. James and our other friend, on the other hand, were about like 5 minutes, 10 minutes behind us in another lift coming to the club. So, me and my homegirl, we get up in there, we get our swings, we have some swing saved for our friends. Me and her are excited, taking selfies. I'm like, word, I'm about to order a round of drinks. And, we just about to turn up and have fun, right? Wrong. Completely wrong. James gets there, calls me, asks me to come outside. I come outside, and what do you know? Security ain't letting him in because apparently the club, the bar, the lounge, whatever you want to call the Boogaloo, is closing soon. So, great. Either they go home and we stay and enjoy the last hour, or we all leave. So, our friend, one of our friends, was like, you know what? I'm going to just head back to the Airbnb. It's cool. I'm all set. I found myself angry for about like 6 minutes. But then I was like, you know what, Udis? Chill. Let's find something else to do. So I looked up other bars and lounges that were open in that area. There was one gay bar that was open till like 3 a.m. And then there was like this other like video game arcade bar that I was like, oh shit, that sounds like it'll be fun. Let's do that. So, me, my homegirl, my boy, and James, we head outside, and, James was already outside because he couldn't get in the club. But me and two of my other friends, we head outside, and, I'm like, all right, so here's the game plan. All of a sudden, I hear the security guard say to James, oh, don't joke like that. But the way he said it, it didn't sound like it was a joke between the two of them. So I instantly got annoyed at whatever James's behavior could have been, and I snapped at him and I stormed off, and I did not listen to his side of the story because I just went from being angry that we could not have fun at this bar that I so wanted to go to all right, I found the game plan, to oh gosh, what is he doing? Get it together type attitude. And then, after that 12-minute walk to the next place, I was cool, I was calm, I was collected up until we got there and realized the place didn't exist. Like, it used to exist once upon a time, but now the damn building was for sale. It was up for lease. So the place that we were supposed to go to, that Google said was open till 2 a.m., was just no longer there. So at that point, I was like, fuck it. Let's just throw the whole damn night away and head back to the Airbnb. So we all did. Everybody was pissed off except one person. When we got to the house, our friend was just there. He was unbothered. He was chilled. He was like, yo, it is what it is. I can't change the way the night went. It is what it is. Meanwhile, everybody was upset except him. It was in that moment, y'all, that I learned the importance of what it means to just let shit go. Because all of us were so upset. Here we are on vacation. All of us are so upset that we're not taking the time to realize that we're in Atlanta, that we're in an Airbnb, that we have drinks at the house, that we have food at the house, that we're around friends, we're around family, and we could still have fun regardless. Like, we were just all angry at the fact, like, yo, we spent this money on a lift to get here, and we couldn't all get in, and you didn't have your ID, and then they wouldn't let him in, and then we went to the other club, and then that club didn't even exist. Like, we were just so angry that we didn't even really take time to realize the things that we did have in that moment to really be appreciative of. But this one friend was just so chilled and so unbothered and so acceptant of the fact that he couldn't change security not letting him in because the club was going to close, that, he was still like, yo, we could still enjoy our time here. Like, that does not mean that the night is ruined. So, it was in that moment, like, seeing him be so peaceful and so calm and have his sanity and just not be angry and still being able to enjoy the trip, that I realized the importance of letting go. So it gave me a new perspective and a new goal. Like, damn, 2020, I really got to learn how to just let shit go, because I'm very big on having my peace of mind and keeping my sanity and not being overwhelmed. And he really showed me what that truly, truly looked like in that moment. And I was like, goals. That's goals right there. So anyways, to really answer the question as to what I do when I don't get my way. You know, I say all that to say this. After writing that whole story down in my journal, I came to realize that when I don't get my way, I instantly become a debater. And I'm a debater at heart. Like, I was on the debate team in high school. You know, I have the fight for what I love type of mentality. So I'm literally, if I'm not getting my way, if I'm not getting what I want, if you're not seeing my point of view, I'm about to debate with you. I'm about to debate with you. I'm about to persuade you. I'm about to try to make you understand why I should be getting what I want, or you should be seeing things my way. Like, that's just, you know, one of the things I do. You know, another thing that I think I tend to do when it comes to me not getting my way, I kind of feel like it's difficult for me to say it, but it's also not difficult for me to say it. I'm more likely to be very stubborn and hard-headed when I'm not getting my way. Like, I don't, like, it made me see not getting my way in a different way. Whereas, like I said in the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is a child throwing a temper tantrum because they can't get a candy bar. But now I see it in different aspects where it's not childish, but more like an adult way of handling things, I guess. And maybe that's not the adult way of handling things, but like I said, I'm on a freaking self-discovery journey. Cut me some freaking slack here. I don't have all the damn answers.
See?
But, I think that I do tend to become more stubborn, and I do tend to become more hard-headed, and I definitely will debate. All right, y'all, I'm back again with my little moment of clarity here. My phone cut off because it said I had too much stuff and I had to delete some stuff to do this last bit of this video. But like I was saying before, I think that I become more stubborn to deal with. I become more hard-headed. I definitely will be like down for a debate and to persuade you to see it my way so that way I can get my way. But if it just turns out altogether that I just don't get my way, like I'm not budging, I feel like I'm pretty good for like overwhelming myself with thinking and rethinking and looking at the situation in every which direction I can, hoping that I can somehow come up with a different answer to satisfy myself. Like, if I can't like it, and with me doing that, it becomes more overwhelming and more stressful because the answer still remains the same. Like, duh, bitch, you can't change it. That's it. You missed that bus. You missed that bus. Like, that's it. You're just gonna have to sit here and wait 30 minutes for the next bus, or you're gonna have to suck it up and pay $15 for a lift. Either way, you're gonna have to do something that you don't want to do because you can't change the fact that you just missed that bus that you were supposed to be on. You know. And then it kind of just goes back to, like, things that I remember. And the crazy thing is I didn't write this down in my journal, but the more that I'm talking about it, the more that it's coming out. Like, I remember, like, my grandmother saying, like, sometimes we get so mad that things don't go our way and we don't realize that it's God protecting us from something. Like, if I missed that bus, I might be so mad that I missed that bus because I really needed to get to work. And then little do I know, 10 minutes later, that bus ride got into an accident and I could have been on it and I could have been injured and I could have been hurt. And it does not say like, oh, too bad, so sad for the people that were on it, because yes, that still is a tragedy whether I'm on the bus or not, but God felt like I shouldn't have been on that bus. It wasn't my time to be injured. It wasn't my time to go. It wasn't my day to be up in the hospital or whatever the outcome might have been because I was on that bus. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna wrap this up because I don't want to get cut off again and have to make a part 3. I get it. My phone's like, Heffa, you talking too much. How about you try talking less for the New Year's? So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. But I think that I answered the question as to how do I react when I don't get things my way. And honestly, this is just day 1 of me answering the question. And I feel like I discovered something about myself. I feel like I see something that I personally need to work on. Like, I need to just learn how to accept that there's just things I can't change. And I need to learn how to be unbothered and keep my peace of mind. Like, you know what? If I miss that bus, it's not to say I don't care about getting to work on time. I do. But what could I do about it? What is being mad about it going to do? What is calling 15 of my friends ranting and raving about the bus system going to do? It probably wasn't even the bus system's fault. Maybe I was just at the bus stop too late. Who knows? But yeah, you know, I just need to learn how to be that unbothered about life. Like, if I can't change it, I can't change it, and it is what it is. And I'm definitely going to try my hardest to, like, catch myself on that when I can't change something, or when I'm just not going to get my way. Then I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to sit there and keep looking at the problem and trying to find an answer to satisfy me, to make myself feel like I know something when I don't. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, if you want to answer the question, you can feel free to comment on either the first video or the second video, because I don't know how to fuse these videos together. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to make it one big video. Well, actually, I might be able to. But anyways, comment on the video about how you react when you don't get your way. I'm out. Bye.